Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Looney. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the episode of Vintage Matchbox Mondays. Episode 47, I believe, Vintage Matchbox Mondays episodes. And this week's episode, I've not got a great deal to look at. A couple of three pieces, basically. I didn't go to my favourite vintage diecast shop yet this week. I haven't had a chance. I've had a really busy end of last week and weekend, so I haven't had a chance to do much at all. But I have been, when I was out after work, I did go to a indoor flea market, and I've picked up two very cool, I want to say play-worn, they're more like survivor cars, especially one of them. So I did pick up two pieces from a flea market, and I've also got a mint example of one of them to show. So got a few cool things. But and this is probably been one of two videos. I'm going to try and do another video later on this evening as I picked up a cool premium piece. But anyway, that's a different video. So the first piece we have got is, let's just get some zoom on a second, just bear with me. This very cool vintage Cadillac ambulance with a bit of something on the side there. So this was the more expensive piece out of the two. So a little look at what it actually is. So there it is, made in England, obviously. Matchbox series number 54. It just says, get a bit more zoom on because I've got some reflection going on. S&S Cadillac ambulance, is that right? But this piece I got for £4, which I didn't think was too bad. It still has some of its vintage. Well, they look more like transfers, but they're probably more likely to be stickers. And its little red light is still there. Yeah, it's got some flea bites, but this is from the 60s. This is from the early 60s, so it is in pretty good condition. You can't grumble on. I've got another version of this somewhere, but the other version I've got, I'm sure I've got another version of this. I think it's got the larger. I think it's got the super fast wheels. It ain't the same casting. It's just a similar. I should say it's a similar casting to this. I'm sure I've got another version, a similar version to this. Is what I'm trying to get at. So that was pretty cool. So not too bad at all. Still, they don't roll well, these. But these were never designed to race. These were just designed for little kids to play with. So anyway, so that is the Cadillac ambulance. Pretty cool. And then I found one of my favourite castings, or at least one of my favourite castings from being a child. I had one or two of these when I was a kid. So this is the Matchbox Superfast Renault 17. And it's not in too bad a condition, apart from, unfortunately, it has got some cracking in the front windscreen, unfortunately, and it's got some pretty deep. Well, it's got a crack. Yeah, the windscreen's seen better days, which is a shame because it's apart from a few flea bites, it still has its original sticker, and I really used to like these. Now I got this one for £1 because it was in a box full of old cars, and there you go, it's got some suspension, and I just couldn't resist it, as like I said, I do really like, or I used to really like this casting when I was a kid. So there we go, Matchbox Superfast number, God, I can't see, probably number 8. Is that number 8? Oh, let's get some zoom on. I do this every time. There we go. Sorry, there we go, number 62 Renault 17 TL 74 copyright. But like I said, this wasn't expensive, but I mainly picked it up, like I said, just because I like the casting so much. Or like I said, I had a few of these when I was a kid, but I do have a mint version, so we will open this up and take a look at the mint version. I think I've shown this before. I've shown most of my vintage pieces before, but there's a box in relatively nice condition. This was a piece I got from Tyrone, from building the Ultimate Matchbox collection. Very generously sent this to me I can get this open. And this is how he sent it, funnily enough. It was obviously packaged up as well with some other bits and bobs, but he does the same thing as I do and puts them in tissue if they're left in their boxes, just to, and there it is. And this is a really, really nice version, as you can see. Lovely and glossy, no cracks in the screen. The wheels are nice. Like I said, it's an unplayed with mint copy. And any marks, so like that little chip, and any marks that are on this are from the factory. They would turn a lot of cars out. I think Matchbox at its height was turning out something like 3 million pieces a week, if I remember rightly. And of not obviously, I don't know if that was of one particular car or if that was all the cars in completion. I'm not quite sure, but I know they were turning a lot of cars out. And I was having this conversation with somebody else that I know that's into Matchbox, and they were saying that's how the variations came along, was because quite often they would say they were making this, for example, they would run out of white plastic, so they would do a run with, say, I don't know, orange plastic interior. I'm making this up, this particular variation I'm talking about now, but they did do that with certain cars. That's how you get, like, I nearly bought the Cortina, another Cortina in green. Is one of my favourite castings. I nearly bought another one because it had a white interior, funnily enough, and the Cortina usually comes with a red interior and obviously a green bodywork. But anyway, so what I'm trying to get at is that's how the variations are born. They'd run out of different colours and they would, you know, substitute it for a very short run. This isn't a variation, this is the plain version. Actual fact, if you get them together, you can see that they are exactly the same, other than the condition. There is some other variations of this. There's a red, an actual dark red version of this. I think there's one or two variations of this, funnily enough. But it is a very cool piece. Nice little snap to the door that side. Let's try this side. And again, loads of suspension, and it obviously rolls very nicely. So anyway, so that is today's video. So a little look underneath for us through here. Bit of a random one, I know, but I was quite happy to pick that one up, and the Cadillac ambulance. So like I said, I'm starting to wonder if I've got another version of this. I'm gonna have to a look. I need to stop being lazy and look, but I'm happy with what I got. Always cool to show a mint example. But anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more vintage Matchbox Mondays episodes. I will probably go in there. I've got a less of a hectic day tomorrow. I will try and get into my favourite vintage shop and pick out some new bits for next week's episode. And like I said, stay tuned because I'm going to do another video after this and probably upload that a little bit later. I might upload it tomorrow yet, I don't know, as I did come across a cool premium Hot Wheels. But anyway, with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching.